We have many considerations when we try to plan new airspace. We try to be good neighbors. We look at the mission, we see what size airspace we need. We look at population density, we look at endangered species, we look at historical and archaeological sites. We look at land usage under the airspace. We look at what the terrain is.
If we're looking to change or create some military training areas, what we look at is, can we minimize the impact on the folks who live underneath it? I.e., can we keep the noise away from them the max amount?
I live right in this area, so these planes fly right over my house too, so I'm just as concerned as I am for myself and my neighbors as I am if we go somewhere else. The primary concern for us is that we want to still be able to train realistically, yet keep the people on the ground happy also.
As a pilot training with the unit in the airspace that we train in, we do everything we can to minimize the impact on individuals. We often vary our run-in routes, we often vary our initial points to run-ins for targets.
We avoid environmentally sensitive noise areas such as national parks.
As we come up on the shore of the Delaware Bay, there's a wildlife refuge. Instead of being a wildlife refuge, we treat them as being a threat that you might encounter in combat, such as a surface area missile site or an anti-aircraft site. We enhance our training by avoiding it, and we also comply with the environmental restrictions.
You know, it's interesting that particularly some of our ranges and where we can control the land, some endangered species tend to thrive there.
We feel very lucky to be able to use the airspace around us, and we need to use that airspace to train and practice like we're going to war.
Well, as we perform our training here, we definitely try to keep mindful of the fact that we are a part of the community and that the community is one of our neighbors. And it's our desire and goal to the extent that we can, be a good neighbor.
Your Air National Guard provides a substantial amount of protection and freedom to you.
We're going to execute just to the level that we need to be effective and to do our jobs correctly.
Just like to say thank you to all those people because they allow us to train on a day-to-day basis and to be able to be prepared for combat. So in the event that we're ever needed, we can go out and execute our mission and come back home safely to our families.
As military pilots, we take that very seriously. We don't want to interact or interfere with what goes on. But at the same time, we need to train and be ready to go to war to defend the area, defend the country, defend the nation.